Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this act like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, roll with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang, we some snipers.
Hey yo, hey, what's up everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. I could not wait to get on here because I'm that damn excited about this week. My name is Michael Edward Pernaut, and I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in case you didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist last year for Best Data Analysis Tool. But we're currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university-level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody here at True Trading Group. Now, if you're wondering why on earth you should listen to anything it is that I have to say on this live stream, it's not because I think that I'm the world's greatest trader. It's not because I have a 100% win rate. It is because I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. I didn't have to figure this out on my own, watching YouTube videos and sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college, where they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group, and along with my team of 8 professional full-time trading moderators and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 5 years. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place, because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this YouTube channel where myself, other mods, and special guests will drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and commentary that can help you guys become better traders, that can help you make money. Because at the end of the day, that is why we are all here. We're not here just to make friends. We're here to make money. And that's exactly what our goal is. That is exactly what our mission is. And that's exactly what we are accomplishing day in and day out. So if you guys are new, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out on any of these streams. Now, before I get things going here tonight, we got a huge stream ahead. We've got a huge week ahead. I first do want to thank our partners at Benzinga. For those of you that don't know, Benzinga offers their own educational products and tools, yet they still fully endorse the True Trading Group platform for the massive added value that it provides for their members and their community. We're very grateful to Benzinga for the opportunity to further educate their community and to also offer the Benzinga Pro newsfeed and Squawk, which is worth over $1,000 a year on its own. If you go directly to Benzinga, we offer that as part of your annual membership when you join True Trading Group. So members don't have to pay extra for that. It is included. So if you guys are here from Benzinga, welcome. You guys are all in the right place. We also sent out an invitation over the weekend here earlier today about a giveaway. Yes, it is Sunday night, which means it is giveaway night. I'm giving away some really great prizes here this evening. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to give you 2 code words. The first code word you're going to get in a moment. The second one later on during the live. You're going to need to know both code words because later on during the stream, we'll put everyone's name into a random name picker called the Wheel of Names. We're going to spin that wheel here live. If your name is called, you will have 2 minutes to send a text message to a phone number we put on the screen and give us both code words. If you can do that, the prize is yours. If you don't, we move on. Now, before I give you the first code word, the very first thing I want you to do is make sure you're watching this live. So you should see a little red dot down there next to the word live. If you do not see a red dot next to the word live, then that means you're not watching this live. That means you're delayed. So click that word live. Make sure you see the red dot. It'll bring you up to speed so that you are live. The worst thing that you want to have happen is that your name is called to win the prize. 2 minutes goes by and you don't text us because you're watching the video 15 minutes delayed and you don't realize that your chance comes and goes and we've already moved on, right? So again, make sure you're watching this live. Make sure you click that live button down there in the bottom corner. Make sure you see that red dot. The first code word for tonight's giveaway is earnings. Earnings. That is the first code word for tonight. Again, it is earnings. Okay? Earnings. That is the first code word. Again, write that down. You're going to need to know both code words if your name is called later on during this stream. All right. Now, I've got to take a sip of water before I get into this because this is going to be a really important live stream. It's going to be a really important live stream because this is going to be a really important week. It's not often that you have this many market moving catalysts happening all in the same week. Okay. This is not a matter of, is the market going to move this week? Is there going to be? No, this is a matter of it's 100% the markets are going to experience wild swings this week. Okay. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of by how much. Are we going to see a 5% swing, a 3% swing in the S&P? Are we going to see mega cap tech bounce back and recover, 10%? Are we going to see mega cap tech fall 15% as earnings are coming up? You've got a Fed meeting mixed in here as well. Let me take a little sip of water here so I can make sure that I'm ready to go here because here we stand. Here we sit. Another Sunday night live stream. I love doing these. More triple-digit gains last week, rounding out what has been a phenomenal July. Tons of triple-digit gains inside of True Trading Group. The mods and I and the members have just had some ridiculous run of bangers. It really is some phenomenal traders inside of TTG. I'm not just talking about the moderators too. I mean, there's 8 other professional trading mods aside from myself that are in True Trading Group that lead you guys through the day. They share their screens. They call out their trades. They send out all their trade alerts. They answer questions. They provide you commentary and analysis in real time. But there's also 10,000 members from 115 different countries. Many of them are phenomenal traders. And the trading activity that I've been seeing, a lot of our members have had some of their biggest days ever in the month of July because the volatility has really picked up over the last 2 weeks. And here we sit. more triple-digit gains, a bunch of base hits, tons of doubles. And the people that are active and the people that are putting forth just a little bit of effort are having the greatest chances of success. We've had a lot of milestone days, weeks, and months in the month of July for our members, whether it's either their best day, their best week, or their best month, or their biggest trade ever. We've had a lot of those this month as well. That's a type of environment that we find ourselves in. And let me explain this, because I say this all the time, right? You probably are just tired of hearing me say it if you've been on these live streams for the last couple of years. But the volatility that we're seeing in this market, guys, it's here. It's not going anywhere. And on any given week, we're going to have intense volatility in this market. The last 2 weeks, we had major volatility. We just had literally last week, the worst down day of 2024. You had that NASDAQ down 3.5%. You had the S&P down 2.1%. That's the worst red day that we've seen on an index level on the entire year. And that just happened last week. So the volatility is really on the rise. But volatility really starts to even get crazier when you have major market moving events. Okay. I'm not just talking about, a small consumer sentiment data or new home sales or a bond auction. No, I'm talking major market moving events, things that are guaranteed to move the market. So with that said, I think it's extremely important to pay attention to the week that we have coming up, because the catalysts are mega cap tech earnings, which are the biggest companies in the entire stock market. And for those that didn't know, the S&P 500 is a market cap weighted index. So the moves that the biggest companies in the index make, the more it impacts the overall market, which is even more why this is going to be an extremely volatile week, because all of the companies that sit atop the very top totem poles of market cap in the S&P 500, they all have earnings this week. It's Apple, it's Microsoft, it's Amazon, it's Meta. All of these companies report earnings this week. All of them. And as if that's not crazy enough, because just that in and of itself would no doubt have a major impact on the market and would move the market in a huge way. But the only other catalyst that is as meaningful and as impactful to creating volatility is a Fed meeting. And you have one of those this week as well. And it's right dead smack in the middle. It's Wednesday. Really? So you've got Microsoft earnings on Tuesday, Meta's earnings on Wednesday, the Fed meeting on Wednesday, Apple earnings on Thursday, and Amazon earnings on Thursday. You tell me this market's not going to just absolutely explode or implode. Now we're here to talk about what we think this market's going to do. But I got to be completely dead honest with you. I don't give a damn. I don't care if the market rips to an all-time high. I don't care if the market drops another 10%. I really honestly don't care, because there's ways to make money in this market environment. It doesn't matter if the markets go up. It doesn't matter if the markets go down. There are ways for us to make money regardless of what happens. All we need is the bell to ring. As long as the bell rings, we're in the game, because we can make money on the way down. We can make money on the way up. We are not hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollar hedge funds where we can't get in and out of our positions in a matter of a day. I can go long one day and I can go short the next, and we can catch a triple digit banger on one day and a triple digit banger on the next, because that is a luxury that being a retail trader, being a day trader, being a swing trader in the most opportunistic market environment that I've ever seen in 18 years of doing this, that is the opportunity that this provides. And that is exactly what we are capitalizing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. And this week is going to be no different. As a matter of fact, I think this week is going to be amplified. 80% of the market is already pricing in the first Fed rate cut coming in September. If Jerome Powell suggests that that is not happening, you got to hold on to your butts. You got to buckle up. The market is already priced in. We're going to get a rate cut in September. Okay, nobody thinks we're going to get a rate cut on Wednesday, right? Everyone expects there's going to be no rate cut on Wednesday, but what Jerome Powell says during the press conference at 2:30 is going to be very important. It's going to be really important because there is no Fed meeting. There is no Fed meeting in August. So when Jerome Powell speaks here at this press conference, the next time you're really going to hear him talk is going to be at the Jackson Hole conference, which is in August. And then you'll have the Fed meeting in September. Okay. But the markets have priced in that first cut being in September. If he says anything otherwise to the contrary and really denies it, if he gives you the Fed's expectations of rate cuts this year are just one rate cut, then people are going to still think that means the first rate cut is probably coming in December. So you want to see if Jerome Powell insinuates that multiple cuts are coming, because if multiple cuts are coming, then that means the first cut's coming in September. But if they still are really dead set on one cut, which the last Fed meeting, he said one cut. If they're still dead set on one cut, then that means you're not going to get it in September. And the market's going to have to unwind that pricing in of the first cut coming in September. Now, I don't know what Jerome Powell is going to say. I'm just throwing it out there for you for the if this, then that type scenarios. You know, what I think is the most likely scenario is that Jerome Powell is going to remain steadfast at the July meeting and say, well, I'm not ready to cut rates. We're not ready. Really not foreshadow that cut coming. And then maybe give you that little heads up, give you that foreshadowing at the August Jackson Hole conference and kind of tell you that the first rate cut is coming in September. I don't think Jerome Powell wants to give you the signal here in July. I really don't. I don't think he wants to give you the signal here in July, because I don't think he wants the market to really unwind and make financial conditions loosen 2 whole months ahead of their first rate cut. I think he's going to want to keep the markets and keep financial conditions as tight as he possibly can for as long as he possibly can to help bring that inflation number down before he gives you the first cut there in September. All right. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about there. But here's a question that I have for people that are on here. How many of you had your butthole pucker up a little bit last week when the markets had their worst red day of 2024? How many people got a little nervous? How many people felt like, oh no, here it is. I knew this was coming. How many people got a little nervous last week when they saw that? Right? We had a 700-point down day on the Dow, whatever it was, 3.5% down day in the NASDAQ. You saw some of your biggest tech companies like NVIDIA gets head taken off down 7-8%. Right? How many people got nervous? Alphabet got rocked 12% down after earnings. I mean, some people got really nervous. Tesla got rocked 10, 11, 12% down after earnings. How many people got nervous during that, right? Well, the reality is, guys, the market's not going to go straight up forever. It's not sustainable for the markets to make new all-time highs every single week. And you should also be aware that the potential to make money when the market's actually going down is actually even greater, because the markets go down faster than they even go up. And it's not a coincidence that over the last 2 weeks, while the markets came down, which we were all over, by the way, if you were on my live stream last Sunday, I told you last Sunday that I thought the markets were going down last week. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I come out here, I put my neck on the line, I tell you exactly what I think is going to happen. I give you a list of stocks that I'm focused on. I give you exactly my entry points, my exit points, exactly how I plan on making money. I give you all of that every single week. And if you were on the live stream just last Sunday, then you could have capitalized and made money from all of that analysis last week. And you could have had your best day ever. You could have had your best week, your best month ever, like a lot of our members did. It's because they were all over that pullback last week. When the markets had their worst down day ever, and everyone's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Members were like, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Okay, because there weren't put options. And that's the beauty of this market. That's the beauty of it, is that you can literally make money to the upside for 2 months, then all of a sudden turn around and buy put options in 2 or 3 days and triple digit gains, just like that. That's not a normal market environment. You go back to 2014, that's not the market environment that you see. You go back to 2017, that's not the market environment that you see. It's the environment you find yourself in now. The question is, are you taking advantage of it? That's really the question. Because, guys, I've been doing this a long time. I've seen a lot of different market environments. I've seen bull markets. I've seen bear markets. I've seen sideways markets. I've seen volatile markets. I've seen very unvolatile markets. But those are 18 years. This is the best I've ever seen. And if you're not taking advantage of it, you're making a grave mistake. You're shooting yourself in the foot big time. And with what you have coming up here this week, just existing in the stock market is not enough. If you think that you're safe, I'm existing. No, you've got to be prepared. There's consequences to being in the markets and not knowing what it is that you're doing. And that consequence is very simple. It's losing money. A lot of you have been there already. A lot of you have lost money in the market because you don't really necessarily know what you're doing. You're gambling. You're not trading. You're not investing. You're gambling. You're following some idiot on social media that tells you some $2 stock is going to go to 50 and you buy and you hold on to it forever. And then you look back 6 months later and it's at 5 cents, right? Or you just don't necessarily know what you're doing. You see a stock moving higher, you buy it, it pulls back, you panic, you sell out of it. And then a week later, it's 20% higher. And it's not necessarily your fault. It's just that you don't know what you're doing. And it's not that you're stupid or you're dumb or anything like that. Or that anybody wants to tell you you're unlucky or anything like that. That's not the case. It's just that you haven't been taught the right way to take advantage of the environment that you have. I didn't learn this stuff just from birth. I was taught by other professionals on Wall Street. And I was very lucky and fortunate that my first experience with the markets was being trained on Wall Street working at a hedge fund. That was a situation that got me to where I am today. I didn't have to sit through hours of YouTube videos and try to figure out who knows what they're talking about and who's totally full of crap. So I'm very lucky that was the case. What it really comes down to is setting yourself up to having the best chance possible of making money. I can't guarantee that you guys are going to just be making money, but I can guarantee you that True Trading Group is going to give you the best chance possible to make money. And our members are a testament to that, because at True Trading Group, we bank our entire business model on our members' success. I'm not just blowing smoke when I say, oh yeah, our members are making money. Our members are, of course, right? I'm not just saying that because I think that it is true. I'm saying that because I know it is true, because I see what our members tell us. I know 78% of our members renew their membership and they stay with us after their membership is up, or they go on to become lifetime members of the platform and of the community. And I'll prove it to you. You can listen to them yourself. Don't listen to me when it comes to this kind of stuff. Listen to me when it comes to the markets, individual stocks, the index, what I think is going to happen this week. Listen to me for that stuff. But if you want to really know if members are making money, don't listen to me. Listen to them. I'll prove it to you. Members of True Trading Group, real quick, members, if you guys are on this YouTube channel right now, if you're a member and you're on this live stream, if you are making money because of True Trading Group, if you're becoming better traders because of TTG, type the number 1 inside of chat right now. Just very simple, type the number 1. Now, anyone that's on this live stream that's not part of True Trading Group, you should now at this moment be paying attention to how many people you see type the number 1. Because all of these people that you see typing the number 1, guys, these are your friends, your family members, your coworkers. They're people that started out just like you, that was a viewer on a live stream. And they learned more in an hour with me on a live stream than they learned in the previous year on their own. They decided to invest in themselves, become a member of True Trading Group, and now here they are telling you that they're actually making money. I just saw one comment. I mean, these comments are flying through, but I just saw somebody said I'm up $54,000 year to date, if I just caught that. But it's scrolling so fast for me, I can barely even read some of the comments that are coming through. But all these people that are typing the number 1, they're no different from you. They're not luckier than you. They don't have more time than you. It's not just that they're making money. They're doing it with a full-time job and without tremendous amounts of money. 82% of our members have a full-time job. The rest of them are now full-time traders or they're just retired. If they can do this, so can you. We have a mobile app you can download. It's free. iPhone, Android, you guys can get connected to our chat room, even if you're not in front of your computer. And the best part is you get real-time push notifications when our moderators enter and exit positions. That way you can follow along with what we're doing, even if you're not in front of your computer. How else do you think 82% of our members that have full-time jobs are able to do this? And all these people that are making money, I wish that I can tell you, I wish that I could take 100% of the credit. I wish that I could. I wish I can say it's all because of True Trading Group. It's all because of TTG. I wish I could say that, but I'd be doing a massive injustice to the people who are actually putting in the work to do this. Now, I said to you before, TTG is not going to guarantee you success. Okay. It's not an end all be all, but what TTG does do is promises you a real chance of success with real tools, real education, real community of people that genuinely care whether or not you succeed or fail. And it's not because we're saints. Right? It's not just we're saints and we're just this massive charity. No, we've banked our entire business model on our members' success. We don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in marketing like a lot of our competitors do. Our biggest form of marketing is our members' word of mouth, because if our members are successful, then they're going to tell their friends, their family members, and their coworkers, and then they're going to join True Trading Group, and then they're going to have success, and then they're going to tell their friends, their family members, and their coworkers. Watch this. Guys, members of True Trading Group, type the number 2 if you have ever recommended True Trading Group to anybody. A family member, a friend, a coworker, a complete stranger. Type the number 2 if you have ever recommended True Trading Group to somebody. Now, again, those of you that are not members, just go ahead and count how many people are about to tell you, yep, I've suggested somebody join True Trading Group. Why would these people suggest to anybody that they join TTG if they weren't having success themselves? If you went out to eat at a restaurant and the food was absolutely horrible and the service was disgusting to the point where you didn't even leave a tip, are you going to suggest to your friends that they go eat at that restaurant, or are you going to tell them to stay as far away from that place as possible? However, if you go eat at a restaurant and you had the best branzino you ever had in your life, and your wife had the greatest, ravioli and meatball, it was homemade ravioli, it was absolutely amazing, and you had the greatest pistachio gelato for your dessert, and it was just mouth-watering, just melted in your mouth. It was incredible. What are you going to do? You're going to tell everybody to go eat at the restaurant. Why are all these people typing the number 2, telling you that they've recommended it to TT? They've recommended TTG to somebody else. That's what it comes down to. That's our form of marketing. That's what I mean by we banked our entire business model on your success. If this is something that you really want to do, then you need to understand the right way to do it. This isn't like pulling the slot machine at Vegas, but it's also not like getting an MBA at Harvard. One being extremely easy and all about luck, and the other being requires all of your time and attention. This is something that anybody can do, guys. It's not rocket science. You give me a couple hours a week and I'll show you. That's all I ask for, is a couple hours a week. And those that have made the time and have done what they needed to do, you saw it firsthand. You saw firsthand how many people are making money, becoming better traders. It's all about opportunity. And when opportunity presents itself, and those of you who think of yourselves, there's opportunity all the time in the market. And that's true. There's always another stock pick, or there's always another market pullback, or another market rally. Of course there is. However, there's times in history where there are situations that are so few and far between. True money-making, wealth-building opportunities. And my friends, that's what we've been in now for a while. The last couple of years have been the best money-making and wealth-building opportunities of my lifetime. And it's not even close. But I also believe this isn't going to just last forever. So could you not participate right this very second, come back in a year, hit a stock pick, or make some money at that time? Sure. Yes, obviously you could. But that could be the difference between you a year from now making $1,000 or you making $100,000. And that's not bullshit. I'm not sitting here just trying to blow smoke up your ass. We have people in True Trading Group that are making money, but they're not just making money. We have people in True Trading Group that are paying off their mortgages, that are sending their kids to college, that are paying for weddings, taking dream vacations, retiring early. I'm not joking. We have members in True Trading Group whose lives are changing for the better because they find themselves in a better financial situation than they were previously. This isn't about Lamborghinis and mansions and yachts. It's about retiring 2 to 3 years ahead of schedule. It's about taking that special dream family vacation. It's about helping pay for your kid's dream wedding. It's about sending your kid to the college that they've always wanted to go through. Wow, look at this. Rui says, I started with $400 with Mike 2 weeks ago. I'm now over $2,000. So there's Rui. Rui says, I started with $400 with Mike 2 weeks ago. I'm now over $2,000. Bert. Wow, Bert. Yes, Bert. This is what I'm talking about. Look at Bert. I was able to fully retire thanks to TTG. No BS. I just trade part-time to keep the income flow. Congratulations, Bert. This is what I'm talking. Here's my man, Ely Party DJ. Michael, I just did a one-on-one with this guy a month ago, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. I paid off my daughter's car and paid for the summer semester of college for both my son and my daughter due to profits made with the help of True Trading Group. Life-changing stuff. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. And again, guys, I'll remind you, just make sure you are watching this video live. Okay, if you do not see a red dot next to the live button down there in the corner, make sure you click the word live. It'll bring you up to speed because we've got a giveaway I'm doing later. And if you guys are not around and you're not watching it live when it comes time for the giveaway, you're going to miss it. So take a moment, click the live icon, make sure you're watching this up to speed. Okay. This week, we've got the Fed meeting, like I said, on Wednesday. Any indication of no cut in September, be prepared for it. And I got to tell you, you've got some of the biggest companies reporting earnings this week, and we're going to talk about all of this, right? We're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk to you guys about what my thoughts are on earnings for these companies. But there's a major correlation between Apple's earnings, where the market goes. Apple's the biggest market cap in the entire index. So when Apple goes up or down, usually the market tends to follow. Now, with the release of Apple's the iOS 18 and all the other products that they've got going on, they've bet heavy on AI. Apple has, as has every other tech company. And it seems like every week there's a new development with AI, some new video model, a new image model, a new large language model for text, this tool, that tool. Every week, it seems like we're getting something different. We're getting something new. Just this weekend, you literally had, I still don't know how to pronounce it, Mistral. I think it's Mistral if I got it correct. Mistral, okay, is a company that Microsoft is heavily invested in, okay, is a company that's heavily invested in. And they just released this weekend their own new large language model. And that's a company that Microsoft is invested in. Meta, just last week, Meta released a model that's fully open sourced that is almost just as powerful as OpenAI's ChatGPT-4. What AI has done for the market opportunities it has created, the tools it's providing, you combine that with the global unpredicted, all this global uncertainty, what's going on in the world, an election year. Some members are buying mountains thanks to the results of the TTG education. That's actually true. My boy Ray, what's up, brother? My boy Ray. That is actually a true statement. Yes. Yes, some members are literally, not figuratively, literally buying mountains. So, Ray, congratulations. I got to come down there one day. I got to check this mountain out. I got to check this mountain out. Okay, I got to check this mountain out. Well, congratulations, Ray. You're the man, brother. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, guys, this is everything that we've got going on in this environment. Now, you all have such an immense opportunity right now. And I know that if you're somebody willing to put forth just a little bit of effort, give me a couple hours a week, if you're willing to bet on yourself, I don't have any doubt that this can work for you. And that's my opinion. And it's not because I'm just hopeful, okay, and blind. Do you know Minna? Yes, I do know Minna. BB Rules wants to know if I know Minna. Yes, I do know Minna. I know Minna very, very well. Minna's my goddaughter. She's my niece. Okay. Yes, I know Minna very well. Why, BB Rules, do you know Minna? If you do, you better be nice to her. Better be nice to my Minna. Yes, of course I know Minna. I love Minna.
Hey, Brandon, can you get off my live stream, please?
Ah, there she is.
Thanks, bud.
Stop it.
All right, what do you
You're
want?
embarrassing.
Well, he was the one talking.
All right, well, turn the thing off, Adam, so you can talk to Minna. All right, folks. So there you go. All right, so as I was saying, I'm going to walk you guys through my entire game plan, all right, for all the stocks that we got coming out with earnings this week. I'm going to walk you guys through my game plan. But even if you guys don't even sign up for True Trading Group, you're going to leave this live stream feeling more prepared to make money this week. So I want to know actually who's on this live stream right now that is not a member of True Trading Group. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, do me a favor and just type the letters TTG. Just type the letters TTG. If you're not part of this community, if you are not part of True Trading Group, just go ahead and type the letters TTG. I need to see who here is not part of this community so I know how to tailor the content best to fit you guys. So just go ahead, type the letters TTG. It might sound tedious. It's not. It helps me out. It helps me, help you. So go ahead and just type the letters TTG if you guys are not part of this community. Now, let's see. We've got Adrian. We got Steve. Jaro. Yeah, just go ahead and type TTG, folks. Just go ahead and type TTG. Elaine. It's my mother's name. Beautiful name. Angela. We got Dwayne. Let's Talk Sports is close to coming back. Let's Talk Sports. Honestly, if you used to be a member and you want to come back home, send a text message to us right now and I'll hook you up. So Let's Talk Sports. I know that you've been wanting to come back. Send a text message to 786-505-4049. That phone number is right down there in the bottom of the screen. This is for Let's Talk Sports. Username Let's Talk Sports. Text that number right there if you want to come back. And this goes for anybody, honestly. If you guys used to be a member or maybe you used to be a trial member and you guys want to join, text that number. I'll hook you guys up. We'll get you guys back into True Trading Group. Make it real simple for you. So just go ahead and just text that number if you want to come back. I'll hook you up. All right. We got a bunch of other people here that are sounding off. We got Dwayne. We have Renee, Ron, Philip, Solomon, Right, Mark, Eugene. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Beautiful. All right. We're great. So we got a bunch of people here that are not members of True Trading Group. Guys, listen, here's the deal. Okay. I'm about to explain to you kind of my thoughts on earnings this week for Apple, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft. I've got some individual stocks that are on my watch list for some trade ideas this week on how we're going to make some money. Okay. And what I'm going to explain to you is literally my plan. All right. Where my focus is, where I think the opportunity lies on how to make money. Before I do that, everyone that just typed TTG that's not a member, I want to explain to you how you guys could join True Trading Group, because with this being such a big week and being such an incredible busy week and such a market moving week, we're actually going to give you guys a discount for those of you that are interested in joining the community here today, but I'm only going to do it until midnight tonight. All right. I'm going to do it up until midnight tonight. All right. You guys can go to ttgoffer.com. Again, that is ttgoffer.com. Everything that you see on that page is included with your membership. You do not need to pay $1 more for anything on that page. Now, the price to join True Trading Group, it's normally over $2,000 for the year. However, on this live stream right now, with how busy and how big of a week we have coming up with all these earnings and the Jerome Powell Fed meeting and press conference, I'm going to give you guys an annual membership for just $797 for the whole year, with everything included. What's included? Glad you asked. Not only do you go to ttgoffer.com and everything on that page, I'll tell you. You're going to get all of our courses, a simplified and expanded upon version of the training program that I went through when I worked at a fund in New York. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. You have access to it. You're also going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, okay? Now, some of you may pay for these things already. You don't have to pay for these things anymore if you guys join TTG. They're all included. You're going to get Trading Views premium charting software. The Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform for you to use. Unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings, congressional trading data, insider trading data, social sentiment scanners, AI trading tool, custom scanners. All of this is included in your membership. There are no VIP special courses that cost another $1,000 after you join. Every course is included. You've got 1,000 hours of in our video library of different workshops covering different topics that the mods and I have hosted live, and you guys get to go through and you can watch all those recordings, and you can also attend the live workshops now live as a member of True Trading Group. And then you can go back and you can watch the recordings in the video library whenever you want a refresher or if there's something that you missed. All of this is included for $797 for the whole year. Go to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code required. You just go to ttgoffer.com, you sign up, and you guys are ready to go. Now, I know I talk a big game on this live stream, but I want to prove to you how much that I believe in the platform that we've created and its ability to help you reach your goals. We offer a double your money back guarantee to anyone that joins. Now, it's very simple. It's right there on the checkout page. It's in black and white, our refund policy. Go read the double your money back guarantee, but this is how it works. You join True Trading Group tonight, you'll pay $797 for the whole year. I ask you to go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group, and if you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $797 membership fee, if you can't do that at least one time, I'm not just going to give you back $797. I'm going to give you back double, $1,594. I'm dead serious. I do that to put my money where my mouth is. I do that to prove to you how much that I believe this can work for you. Again, our whole entire business model is banked on your success. This is just another one of those examples. Now, I can offer you this because our refund rate at True Trading Group, it's actually less than 2.5%. If it was 12%, I wouldn't be able to offer you double your money back. We'd go out of business. But since it's less than 2.5, I can. We're 4.7 out of 5-star rated on Trustpilot with nearly 2,600 reviews. And we have a 78% retention rate. I mean, 78% of our members renew their membership or they've gone on to become lifetime members of the community. Okay. All right. So there you guys go. All of it's included. All of it's included. Go to ttgoffer.com. If you have any questions, okay? If you have any questions, text us. 786-505-4049. Phone number's right down there at the bottom of your screen. That's 786-505-4049. Okay? If you used to be a member, if you used to be a trial member, if you are currently a trial member, you must text that number so we can give you guys this $797 price point. And again, you can text that number if you have any questions. We're fully transparent. We are an open book. Anything you guys want to know. The moderators and I, we upload our trading activity from our brokerage accounts onto the website every day. So you see every transaction. You see every buy, every take profit, every stop out. All executions are there for you to see. Every winner, every loser, every break-even trade, it's all there. Now, because this is such a big week, we're giving you guys an opportunity to join for the $797 price point, but we are going to limit it. We're limiting it. Okay. The price is normally over $2,000. We're going to limit it for the next 17 people or midnight tonight, whichever happens first. Then the price goes up. So if you guys want to take advantage, you go to ttgoffer.com. You grab one of those spots now. Simple as that. And again, you have the double your money back guarantee, which I don't think you need, but it's there for peace of mind. Okay. And there again, double your money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. Go check it out. Go read it. All right. Fantastic. Let's roll on through and let's kind of take things now on over to the charts. All right, folks. Here we have a chart of the SPY. All right. So if you guys were on the live stream last week, you know that our target was the low 540s. Once we had the breakdown day on Wednesday, our target then became the high 530s. Okay. And that's exactly where our target reached. But now the futures are bouncing back pretty aggressively. And looks like we're going to start the week off in the green. Last I checked, we were up about 0.5% on the S&P, and we were up about 0.8% on the NASDAQ on futures as we're coming into this. And I just want to draw out for you guys the support level that we have here. And that's the one thing that I want you guys to take away one of the technical lessons I want you to take away from this is that support and resistance levels are not finite prices. They are areas, they're zones. And you have a support level here that I've just identified with 2 lines. And in between those 2 lines is the support zone. And the reason where you get this from is the gap up from early June. And then you had 3-day support, 1, 2, 3, holding support at the bottom. That's gap entry. And then this would be the gap fill. That creates a level of support that we dipped into last week on Thursday, and that level held, and you got a nice gap up back above the 50-day moving average there on Friday. And now as we sit here, futures are also trading a little bit higher. My initial thoughts coming into this week are as follows. I actually think this pullback is going to give you a little bit more downside, and I think that you're going to see the low 530s. This is the area that I am targeting coming up here by the end of this week. It's all going to come down to earnings, though. So let me just preface what I'm saying to you. This is my target as it stands right now. But I believe the only way that that target is going to be reached is if you have disappointing earnings from the likes of an Apple, a Microsoft, an Amazon, a Meta. If you have earnings that if those companies, let's say 2 of those companies give you earnings like what Alphabet and Tesla gave you, let's take a look at what happened to Alphabet after Alphabet's earnings. Okay, you can see what happened here to Alphabet, big gap down and further sell-off. And then let's take a look at what happened with Tesla, big gap down there with Tesla following their earnings. If you get something like that from Microsoft, which is already in the middle of a pullback, Meta, which is already in the middle of a pullback, Amazon, which is already in the middle of a pullback, and Apple, which is really just resetting back against prior highs. Apple looks the strongest out of all of them. But if you get disappointing earnings from these names, then I would start to look for this level to come into play as you get a further continuation to the downside and this support level gets taken out and this support level gets broken. And that takes you back to this previous level of resistance. I'm going to delete the first support zone now just to make it easier on your eyes. And then you'll see you had all of this resistance back there in the month of May. Then you broke above it and then it became support. Okay. It became support for an entire week. Right? You guys can see that. So previous resistance broke above it, support, 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 support. That's your next support level if you take out the support level that the markets found on Thursday. Okay. Now, where I'm looking for us to kick in resistance on this bounce back is actually right in this area. Like I'm talking 449 to like 551. I really think it's the low 550s. I think this might be a 550, 551 resistance level right inside of this box, this square right here. You have an open gap, right? We had this big gap down day when you had the disaster, right? This big red candle was the worst day of 2024. You had this big gap down, this big sell-off, and that created this open gap. That is going to be a level of resistance. So what I'm looking for is if the markets try to push up tomorrow, because tomorrow would be the day to do it. You push up tomorrow when you don't have mega cap tech earnings, and then you push up to maybe a 550 or 551, but then you kind of fade away off of it as the day goes on. You put in a candle, okay? You put in a candle that might look something like this. Well, let me just draw this. I'm trying to draw this out for you guys. And then you put in a candle that might look something like this, okay? And if you can put in a candle that might look something like this, then I do believe that you're going to get the pullback. And then if you get disappointing earnings from an Apple, an Amazon, a Meta, a Microsoft, we look for there to be a little bit of a pullback. We have to welcome John. John just joined. Everybody welcome John. That means we're down to just 16 of these spots. Okay, 16 of these spots. Everybody welcome John. 16 spots remain. Guys, again, go to ttgoffer.com. You'll get the $7.97 price point. You have the double your money back guarantee that I don't think you need. Text us with any questions, 786-505-4049. There are 16 spots remaining or midnight tonight for the $7.97 price point. Then the price goes up. But this is the price action that I'm going to look for. But again, this let me go back to the charts. Yep. This downside action only happens, in my opinion, if you get a disappointing earnings report from some of those the big mega cap tech names. If Apple, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft blow earnings out of the water, I do not think the market gets down here. Okay. So I just want to clarify that. So some of this bias coming into the week here a lot of this is going to be reactionary based on earnings. I'm not guessing earnings. I'm going to react to them and then position myself. If I see disappointing earnings from some of these bigger names, I'm going to really lean on the market short going into the end of the week. We have to welcome Jermaine. Jermaine, welcome to the THC family. 15 of those spots now remain. Okay, 15 spots remain. Everybody welcome Jermaine. All right, Jermaine, welcome. 15 spots left now, guys. Again, that's ttgoffer.com. All right, so now you guys know that's the deal with the overall market. Those are my thoughts there. Let's talk about some of those big mega cap tech names. We also have to welcome Denise. Denise coming through here. Everybody welcome Denise. 14 spots now remain. Everybody welcome Denise. 14 spots remain. Denise, welcome. All right, let's go in order as they occur. Okay, let's go through order as they occur. Microsoft is up first on Tuesday. So let's talk about Microsoft first. And really what I'm going to go over with you guys here now, I'm not going to predict for you what their earnings are going to be. I don't know what their earnings are going to be. I don't have a crystal ball. Can't predict the future. I don't know what their earnings are going to be. I don't know what their guidance is going to be. It's not why I'm here. I'm here to explain to you where I see the major levels that we are going to be structuring trades around, depending on what the earnings are. So if earnings are really good, this is going to be the game plan. If earnings are bad, this is going to be the game plan. Okay, I don't position myself going into earnings because for me, I feel like it's a guess. I would much rather see, okay, what are the earnings? What does this then mean for the stock? Rather than take a guess, buy calls or buy puts or go long or go short right before they release earnings and just go like this and hope the stock goes in my favor. Okay, I'd rather see what the earnings are than think what's the reaction of the stock going to be over the next couple of days and then position myself. Okay, that's how I like to do it. So let's talk about Microsoft. Let's go over a couple of these levels. The target that I have for Microsoft really, guys, is going to be right here. Okay, this level down here in like the high 390s, the low 400s, this is the level that I really would love to see Microsoft get down to. If you had an earnings report that got Microsoft down towards this level, I think you have to look for bounces. This is going to be previous resistance, and then it became support. So there's your double bottom support in April and May. And then prior to that, you had the resistance of the previous all-time high that took it out. And then here's this yellow line, which is the 200-day moving average coming into play. And then that is where I think you're going to get a bounce from. All right. So if you have the situation where you have like a gap down into this on the back of earnings or something, or if, I think that you can try to start to recover from that point. Resistance levels that I'm looking at to the upside, there's actually a nice one that I actually really love as a resistance. I don't know if your stock's going to be able to get above this, is right here. I want you to notice around the high 440s, 448 or so. You see this previous support, and then there you gapped underneath it. When you gapped underneath it, you retested, it became resistance, and the big sell-off ensued. I don't think you get back above that level. The only way I think you get back above that level is if you have some massive blowout earnings and it gaps above it. I don't think it's going to trade through that level, right? So I think that's the ceiling. I think the lid gets kept on the stock there. And you also have this little trade line crossover to the downside, the 9 EMA crossing under the 50-day. That could add more resistance. And I think it's just more likely that you're going to get some price action down to this zone. We have to welcome Jaffer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Rosina. Sorry, guys. Rosina, welcome to the TTG family. Sorry about that. Rosina, welcome. 13 of these spots now remain. So remember, you have until midnight tonight or until 13 more people join. They are first come, first serve for the $797 price point. Okay, so Rosina, welcome to the TTG family. Oh, that's Let's Talk Sports. That's fantastic. Yes, beautiful. I love it. Awesome. Welcome back. Everybody, welcome Rosina back home. So Let's Talk Sports. That's what I was talking to before. They used to be a member of True Trading Group. They have just come back home. Everybody, welcome Rosina back to the TTG family. All right, guys. Then we have next up on Wednesday, we have Meta. Okay, on Wednesday we have Meta. Meta's got some really big levels. All right. Your first level is going to be right down here around 410. And 410 is going to give you this previous all-time high before you had the huge earnings gap up. Then you had the big gap down on earnings, and then it held support, and then you rallied. Now, if you gapped back down into this level again, I would expect similar price action to what you had last quarter. I would expect that to be another level of support if you had a big gap down on Meta like you had last quarter. So again, you've had the tail of two different tapes here. So in February, huge gap up. Then in April, big gap down. Okay. So now you're going to get a big gap up or a big gap down on the back of their earnings, like with Meta. So I'm looking at this level down here to be support on gap downs. And then the resistance level for me is going to be very simply 490 to 495. And that's going to be the 50-day and the 100-day moving average sitting there around 490. And that'll be your top ceiling on the resistance level to the upside. It's also a previous little structure zone that you guys can see as I draw this line across. You can see here support, 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 right? Support. So you guys can see a little structure zone there. You gapped underneath, resistance, very similar to the Microsoft chart, and then follow through to the downside against those moving averages. All right. That's Meta following through. Then you have Apple and Amazon on Thursday. I think Apple, of all the ones I'd be looking for, Apple has held up the best, but I would look for Apple to stay above this level and try to give you some more upside potential here. The thing I like about Apple a lot that I don't think enough people are talking about is India. India, I think, is going to be a major point of earnings growth for Apple over the next decade. The last couple of quarters, their sales in India went from 4 billion to 6 billion to 8 billion. Okay. Is the 7-day trial no longer available? It is, Battleship. We do have a 7-day trial. It's free. But if you do the trial first and then you want to join True Trading Group, the price to join is $1,360. You won't get the $797. So if you want to do the trial, you can go to ttgtrial.com and you can sign up for our free trial. You get 7 trading days, not 7 calendar days. You get 7 trading days with us. But again, full disclosure, or just, being transparent, full transparency, really, not disclosure, full transparency, you won't get the $797 price point. If you do the trial and you're like, okay, yeah, I want to join, this was great, the price is $1,360. If you want the $797, you got to join now by going to ttgoffer.com. There's only 13 of those spots left, or midnight tonight, whichever happens first, and the price goes up anyway. All right, so that's ttgoffer.com if you want the $797, ttgtrial.com if you want the trial. I got to be honest with you, though, now is not the time for the trial, especially with what we have coming up this week. I think it's, why spend $1,360 when you can spend $797? You have a double your money back guarantee, right? Like if you can't make the $797 back at least once during your membership, we'll give you back double, $1,594. So, you have the double your money back guarantee. Again, I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind. All right. Okay. So with Apple, that's your key support level. You're already sitting on it. I think you're going to see a little bit more upside on Apple here, Monday, Tuesday. And then all bets are off with the Fed meeting, and then all bets are off when they report their own earnings. God forbid if something crazy happened on Apple and the earnings were horrible. I think you have to buy 200. 200 is going to be a big support level. It was previous double top all-time high before they had that big breakout with their AI event and the introduction of AI into all their products. And they had the AI event. The thing just went absolutely nuts. If there's any type of a bad earnings report and you actually get a big gap down back to this level, I think you have to look for longs off of there. I think it's very unlikely that you see Apple down there, but I'm just saying it's a major level. So I just want to bring your attention to it just in case. You never know. All right. But I think it's more likely than not that you're going to get a little bit of a bounce attempt here on Apple. I would actually look maybe even tomorrow for a long idea on Apple and look for Apple to get back to 223.5. There can maybe be a little bit of a long trade there. And then last, you have Amazon rounding out the big mega cap tech names. Amazon has been pulling back, but a lot of this also had to do with Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was selling billions of dollars of stock when the stock got to 200, and he continued to sell billions of dollars in stock when it was in the 190s. And then you actually had the market pullback, and Amazon is now sitting back here to the downside. Is Jeff Bezos done selling? I think it looks like he is has gotten that stuff kind of wrapped up. The thing that's unfortunate here is that Amazon was really unable to hold its previous all-time high. So I'm a little nervous that they were unable to, you finally broke the all-time high and then you were unable to hold it. So here again, you go back, previous double top all-time high, resistance, all-time high, then you broke it. Then you dropped back underneath it, and then the level became resistance again. So I'm a little nervous about that, and it makes me feel like this area is where we're headed. And you have a major support level in the mid 160s. Draw it out. You have this yellow line, which is the 200-day moving average, and you have previous pivot support from April. And then there's gap entry when you had that big gap up in February on the back of earnings. You can see support. You drop back into it in April, support. And then you have now the 200-day moving average to create another level and give you added support. So if you do drop into there, I would look for that level to be support for Amazon. All right. So there you have it, guys. There's kind of the breakdown. There is kind of the breakdown for these big mega cap tech names. And I think that you've got to, keep your head on a swivel this week. This is not the week to be predictive. This is the week to be reactive. You should react to these earnings. I don't think you should try to predict them. You have to realize that all the analysis that I've just discussed can go right out the window if Jerome Powell does or says something crazy and these companies completely bomb or miss on earnings, or they completely blow out earnings and they raise guidance. I don't know what these companies are going to do with their earnings. I'm not trying to predict the future. Okay. I'm going to react to it. And these are the levels that I'm going to look to base my trades around when the stock reaches these points off of their earnings. Okay. So there you guys have it. And you got a lot of other companies reporting earnings too, but I can't go through all of them. We'll be here forever. You got ARM, you got Coinbase, you got PayPal, right? I'll be here forever if I went through every single company's earnings because there's a ton of them. You have the biggest portion of the S&P 500 is reporting earnings this coming week. So you're going to get 20 different companies every single day are going to just be coming out with earnings, and it's going to be crazy. This market's going to move around like a bat out of hell. And I just think it's going to create tons of money-making opportunities for us here today or this week. Okay. That brings me to my second code word. My second code word for the giveaway. Remember, we're doing the giveaway. The second code word here tonight, guys, is mayhem. Mayhem. Yes. The first code word I gave you earlier during the live stream, and it was earnings. The second code word is mayhem, because that's what I think this week is going to be about. This week is going to be about earnings mayhem, okay? With the biggest companies in the S&P reporting earnings this week, the Fed meeting this week, it's going to be all about earnings mayhem, right? Those are the code words for the giveaway. So remember how this works. In a moment, we're going to put everyone's name into a random name picker called the Wheel of Names. We're going to spin the wheel. If your name is called, you'll have 2 minutes to send a text message to the phone number we put on the bottom of the screen and give me both code words. If you can give us both code words, okay, if you can give us both code words, then the prize is yours. Okay? Mike, do me a favor. I want to see how many people are not TTG. Ask one more time. Do you mind? I don't mind. Sure, Parker. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Guys, do me a favor. How many people are on the live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group? Just do me a favor and type TTG, please. If you guys are not a member, type TTG, please. Yep, I got you, Parker. Just go ahead and type TTG, those of you that are not members of True Trading Group. I asked this question earlier. Let's see. Chad, Jaro, Adrian, Ron, Pam, Holloway. Yeah, I asked this question earlier too, Parker. Colin. So I got a handful of people here that are not members of the TTG community. Philip. What a jackass. I just want them all to know that there is no way anyone but him is making anything. All right, so we'll prove it one more time. Very simple. Members, go ahead and type the number 1 if you guys are making money. So very simple. Go ahead. Members of True Trading Group, go ahead and type the number 1 if you guys are making money. I'll just sit back and stay quiet. I'll just let everybody else. I'll let everybody else answer Parker's comment. And when you have something that works, you can just sit back and let others speak for you. When you have something that works, that's the beauty of it. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. TTG is the real deal. Seeing some of the comments that are coming through. We are not bots, Parker. Danny, I love you. Danny goes, I know one guy that's not going to make money. That's you, Parker. I started as a trial member. Yes, BX Packy. Joined the next week. Strong arm. I like it. In all honesty, I get why Parker is skeptical. I do. I get it, man. I have more time to golf because of TTG. Clown. My boy Jimmy, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, he is a clown. But I understand. I get the skepticism, right? I really do. I honestly get it. This industry sucks. There's so many people out there that claim to know what they're doing, and they don't know their ass from their elbow. They're just really good marketers. Nobody actually makes money on their platform. That's why they have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing to constantly get people signing up, because as people sign up, people cancel and they don't renew their membership. 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members. That is, I mean, I don't actually know what the numbers are from our competitors, but I know that they're nowhere near that, because if they were, then their user bases would be exponentially growing with the amount of money that they spend on marketing to get new people in the door. And they're not able to they lose more people than they keep. And that's why they have to continuously, refill their user base. That's not how we have to operate our business. We get people in the door and they stay with us for years. We have members that have been with us for 4 or 5 years, 6 years. So, and we just launched to the public in 2017. We had 100 members. Now we're up to 10,000 from 115 different countries. And it's not because we spend millions of dollars on marketing, because we don't. It's because what we have works. And when members join, they have success. They tell others, they stay, they tell their friends or family, their coworkers, and they join. And that's how our community has grown. So I get it. But you folks can all go to ttgoffer.com and grab that $797 price point before it's too late. You got 13 spots left, or midnight tonight, whichever happens first. We have to welcome Andrea. Andrea just joined, so I think that means now we're down to 12, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 12. Yep, we're down to 12 spots now, guys. So it's 12 spots or midnight. Okay. 12 spots or midnight tonight, whichever happens first. That's for the $797 price point. All right. All right, folks. With that being said, I think it's time to spin that wheel. Parker, there's no BS with TTG. They're real and profitable. Try the trial and see for yourself. When is the baby coming, Mike? Very soon, taking profits very soon. All right, let's see. We're going to go ahead and spin this wheel. Now, guys, again, the phone number to text is on the screen. Phone number is right down there, 786-292-1606. Okay, you text that number. You give us both code words if your name is called. If you're an annual member, you're going to win a full year of STR. That's a value of $800. If you're a lifetime member, you get a skip the line bonus one-on-one with any mod of your choice. Go ahead, Joe, and spin that wheel. Good luck, everybody. You get my timer ready. And the winner is John Lim. It's Parker Swanson. No, I'm only kidding. It's John Lim. John Lim, you have 2 minutes to send a text message to 786-292-1606. Give me both code words, and the prize is yours. John Lim. The clock has started ticking. You now have 1 minute and 30 seconds to send a text to 786-292-1606. You have 1 minute and 20 seconds. 786-292-1606. You got to give me both code words, John. There's 2 stages of this. There's the text within the 2 minute time frame. That's step 1. And then there's the code words. You got to do them both, John. I'm not feeling good about this, John. You got 50 seconds, John. Oh, boy. You got 40 seconds, John. $30 seconds, John. Joe, what do you think, Joe? You think we're going to get it? I don't think so. I don't. This isn't looking good. This isn't looking good for John. I mean, there's only 20 seconds left. How about Team USA, huh? The basketball team beating Serbia convincingly after beating South Sudan by 1 point. That was fun. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. Can somebody explain to me how Team USA beats South Sudan by 1 point? They play them next, I think. I mean, I know it was an exhibition game. But with that roster, they should not have a game that's closer than 20 points. Anybody that they play. Crazy. All right, Joe, let's spin that wheel again. Let's see if we have better luck next time. Francis Fatog. Joe, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one, Joe? Francis Fatog, you have 2 minutes. Okay. Francis Fatog. You now have 1 minute and 40 seconds to send a text message and give me both code words. If you can give me both code words, Francis Fatog, the prize is yours. You now are down to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Dennis says South Sudan will win silver. Are you being serious, or like are they actually? Are you just like messing around? Are you being for real? Yeah, Vegas had the line on the USA South Sudan game of 40 points. They were supposed to win by 41 points. They won by 1. And then they beat Germany by 3. It's like, wow, Francis Fatag got it. Francis Fatag got it. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was nervous the USA going in to play Serbia because Serbia is actually good. So they beat South Sudan by 1. I'm like, that's horrifying. They beat Germany by 3. That's scary. That'll keep you up at night. But then they come out and they beat the crap out of Serbia. So that was like, all right, cool. But we'll see what happens when they bump up against Spain, France. Those teams are pretty good. Francis Fatag has gotten it. Francis Fatag got it. Francis Fatag got it. Who beat? Oh, yeah, South Sudan beat Puerto Rico, Brett, right? It's the U.S. and South Sudan have the 2 victories. Yeah, South Sudan beat Puerto Rico. It's crazy. The South Sudan has the population of New Jersey. It's nuts. I always think it's so crazy when you see like teams like the World Cup, especially. Like when you see teams like the Ivory Coast, or like when you see like one of these like small island nations that have such a small population and are able to put together such a competitive team. I think that is so incredible. It's so incredible when you see that. Yet the United States has 340 million people and can't field a competitive men's soccer team. All right, Francis, congratulations. Great job. You've won. You made my night. You made my night worth it all. Everybody else, what are you waiting for? It's going to be a huge week. It's going to be a huge week. You've got mega cap tech earnings. You've got the Fed meeting. This is going to be a major market moving week. Go to ttgoffer.com. Grab the $7.97 price point before it's too late. You have until midnight tonight, or until the next 11 or 12 people join. There's 11 or 12 spots left. You'll know you're getting one of the spots if it says $7.97, 12 spots left. Thanks, Joe. You'll know you're one of the 12 spots because it'll say $7.97. There's no coupon code. It'll just say $7.97. If it doesn't, then that means we've sold out. All right. So go to ttgoffer.com, or you can do the trial, ttgtrial.com, but the price will be more expensive if you want to join after the trial. But you can do the trial. It's free. If you want to do it, go to ttgtrial.com. All right. That's it. All right. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow, my TGD fam. Have a great night. Guys, get a good night's sleep because this is going to be a crazy week. I need you to come into this week refreshed and ready to focus, ready to lock in, and ready to make some damn money. I'll see you guys all in chat. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, turn on your notifications.